Nobody ever plans to be deceived, because you can be a good person, stay aligned with God, do everything properly. In fact, read your Bible, be a very good Christian. But the moment your choices and God's choices do not align together and you start seeking comfort outside of God, then you're actually doomed for destruction. Now let me explain why I'm saying this in a scriptural context from 2 Chronicles 18, 19 and 20, where you see King Jehoshaphat, a very good king, a righteous king whom God loved, you understand? But there was a mistake he tried to do. He tried to make alliances with King Ahab, and we all know who King Ahab was or is. King Ahab, was a very rebellious and a very wicked king. But now he was trying to do that not in terms of partnership or alignment, but because he felt safe with him, you understand? And there was something he told King Ahab, that I am here as I am, in the sense that he's here with King Ahab, do or die. You understand what I'm trying to say? Now let's move on. Whilst he was doing that, King Ahab was trying to call all the prophets to let them know how the war is going to go, because of the war that was coming soon. You understand? But the prophet, were telling him, oh, don't worry, go to war, you are going to win. Over 100 of prophets, you understand? And then King Jehoshaphat actually felt that, this thing was too smooth to be God, in the sense that, the way the prophets were always saying, oh, they are going to win this war, they should go. He made a suggestion that he should bring another prophet, you understand? Now, this prophet was not among the hundreds of prophets. This was another prophet on his own, you understand? This prophet was called Micaiah, you understand? So when the prophet Micaiah was brought, you understand, he told them one particular thing. He said that you will go to the war, but you will not return. He was speaking to King Ahab specifically, you understand? Now, there was one thing I was able to learn from, the prophet Micaiah, in the sense that, you do not need to stand with people to actually stand with God, you understand? Now, what did he do? After he told them, what did they now do? King Ahab, because of, he did not align with what he wanted in the war, he went to go and imprison Micaiah, you understand? He still said he will go for the war. Now, what was the stupid thing he did? King Ahab now went to go and disguise himself, so they will not know he's the one at the war, you understand? Now, let's go to the war day. They went to the war front, they were doing everything, you understand? Now, the people that were supposed to fight them, their main aim was actually to kill the king, you understand? And now, guess what happened? He was later killed by an arrow. Sometimes, even if it does not align with what you want, sometimes God's will is the best, you understand? Because of he did not listen, he got killed. Now, let's go to chapter 19, where you see that, a prophet Jehu came to meet, Jehoshaphat. Yes, Jehoshaphat did not die, you understand? He now asked him a question. He said that, shall you love the wicked and actually hate those who love God? In the sense that if you don't align yourself with God's promises, you might actually end up, killing yourself. But thank God for the message of God in King Jehoshaphat. He did not end up killing himself, you understand? And that's the same thing with most of us today. Because of things do not align with God's will for us, we tend to now do things according to our own flesh. And once you do those things according to your own flesh, you now fall down to your own desires, you understand? Now, my question for you is that, for you, Prophet Micaiah, who stands with God, even people are not standing, are you Ahab, who does not listen because of, he wants his desires to come to pass? Or are you Prophet Jehoshaphat, who did not align himself with God? If you can be able to answer these questions properly, you will know where you stand.